all doing today?
Oh, just fine, Neil.
How
Dandy.
how was your previous D&D show? The one that
I have to work myself out of my southern accent now. Come back from that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was great. Always a cliffhanger when you have Chris Perkins as a DM, I suppose. So, welcome to everyone who came over from there. Appreciate you coming over here and hanging out with us.
Mm-hmm. Glad to have you. What else? What have you guys been up to this week?
I am preparing for the new and improved Twitch Weekly, which is happening this week, and doing a ton of stuff preparing for PAX East. And that's everything of note. What about you, Neil?
Oh, lots of gameplay, lots of D&D planning, lots of organizing worlds and stuff. It's been good. I had a nice long. I actually took a weekend this week. I actually took a day and a half off and didn't stream and just kind of hung out and walked around.
Nice.
It was weird. You know, there's things outside. Like there's trees and fruit. Yeah. There's a tree outside my front door that produces avocados. You can just walk out and acquire an avocado.
Tree?
I got an avocado tree, 3 lemon trees, a lime tree, and a blood orange tree.
I had a lemon tree when I lived in Arizona, and that was legit.
Mm-hmm.
Made lemonade. Quite literally, life gave me lemons, and I made lemonade. It was amazing. What about you, Jen and Trump?
Well, if you guys look at my background, see, it is not the same.
Oh.
That's mostly the difference. So I have a new place and I have moved in and there's still boxes, but I'm super happy because I have a grown-up place now. Like literally, I'm gonna show you behind me, but like I have a super nice view, but you guys can't see because it's nighttime. I have a concrete ceiling and floor. I'm on the top floor, the 4th floor, so I have no upstairs neighbor. That's my kitchen, and that's my orange juice.
It looks really nice.
And I have a washing machine and a drying machine, and I have a dishwasher. It's like, and I still have a bedroom, and I don't know. It's really nice. I'm happy. I intend on decorating it properly instead of just taking people's old crap like I did in the past. Like this rug, it's leaving. I don't even like it.
I like that rug.
It looks like the rug of like a 5-year-old. Everything will match, and I will have a yellow door. And I bought this yellow thing to signify that my accent color is yellow.
Well, good for you.
And I will have a yellow door.
Speaking of yellow.
Yeah, Trump, you can sit in her apartment.
Yes, you are welcomed in my apartment. You fit.
Perfectly.
What is it that you love, Trump?
Oh, I love humanity. It's from my life. Excellent anime.
Very
I
nice.
encourage. Not much going on over here. So let's get to it.
All right, let's get to the game.
Before we get to the game, we do have a little bit of business to attend to. As you can see, Jess is not here this week. And you guys may have noticed that over the last couple weeks, things have been a little rough for her. You did see her actually fall asleep on stream a couple times. And we absolutely love Jess, but we, sat down and chatted about this. And she actually has a note that she wrote to you guys about why she's not here this week. And she said, "Hi, Seaborn viewers. I've been having personal things I've needed to deal with lately. And as such, I need to take a few weeks off of Misscliks. I'll miss you all, but I'll be back. And I'll have some exciting news to share with you next time you see me. I really appreciate the continued support you all show the Misscliks organization, and I can't wait to see you again soon." So what that means for us is that Jess is no longer going to be on the cast of Misscliks D&D Seaborn. That doesn't mean that she won't ever be on the show again. Her character or another character that she might play may come in as a guest at some point, but she will be still involved with Misscliks. She'll be still on shows once she kind of finishes everything she needs to take care of. So she won't be completely gone from Misscliks, but she won't be on Seaborn for the time being. So please send her your warmest wishes on Twitter and let her know that we love her and support her, and that we're sorry to see her go. But that does mean that we are going to have a new cast member joining us for Misscliks D&D Seaborn, and we will announce who that's going to be at the end of today's show.
Ooh, exciting. So, in the meantime, who wants to do a recap?
Well, last week, it's my turn for that free
Okay.
Nice.
freebie experience. All right, you get the Bruno side of it this time. So, what we did is we foolishly decided to take on a wyvern, or I've made plans to do so. Bruno's convinced that this will be the end of the party because wyverns are very big, scary dragons. They're smaller than dragons, but they're still pretty scary. But it looks like we've decided to do so anyways. And let's see, have we talked about the reward type stuff last week, or was that what happened last week?
I think you got to actually see the reward last week.
Yes, last week we witnessed what the reward would be, and is going to be quite a excellent sword, possibly for Bruno. We'll see. Anyways, apparently that sword has quite a bite to it. Looks like there are 3 other adventurers out there who aren't out there for the sword, but are going for money instead. And we've decided to team up with them in order to to trap this wyvern, because we all know that it's too dumb to try to, fight a wyvern on even ground.
Mhm.
So after some setup, we've come up with a plan of getting a sheep in a hole.
Mhm.
And then we're going to put a trap around that hole, so when the wyvern sticks its neck and head into the hole to eat the sheep, we clamp its neck down with a chain. We're going to coat the sheep with some poison that we have obtained through gathering some hemlock for the apothecary. And that is going to be the plan. It's going to be poison. It's going to be stabbing. It's going to be trapping. It's going to be good.
And this is also a scientific test, because we theorize that we might also be able to kill a red dragon this way if we used enough of the poison.
From the wyvern.
Right, from
so
the
it
wyvern.
all ties in together.
Right. So we're testing the poison technique in order to get the poison we need to execute that technique once again.
With a maiden this time. Probably with the poison in her hair. Because why not? Maybe.
I mean, we haven't gotten that far yet, but
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah.
So,
one dragon at a time.
So, and when we ended last time, we were at the point of like setting the trap for the wyvern and waiting for it to come, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we might have been... We sent someone to get back to the mermaids. It was the apprentice.
Oh, yeah.
And
Saffron.
We asked for like a week more, I think.
Mm.
And I don't remember where we were at exactly. I feel like we were planning on setting up the trap. We were looking at materials and stuff.
Right, we were kind of discussing whether or not we wanted to wait a day for our spells to come back. And
and then my webcam and my internet crashed.
Ah, that's right.
That's how it ended for me. That's why I'm out of the loop with the ending. And that's why we for sure didn't distribute XP, because I would have known. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's the end of the story. I didn't remember it now.
Well, why don't we lump last week's experience in with this week's experience at the end of the session?
I level up. I need like 40 XP.
Well, we'll just lump them all in together at the end of the session.
Yep.
My XP, my level.
Talk to your ISP, Jen.
Neil, please. I need like 50 XP.
Oh, God, you should have done the recap. You would have gotten it right now. Jump, mark down 100 experience points.
All right.
Really? Oh, that's so cruel. You know I need that XP for that fight, and...
It's okay, Jen. I will give you 49 of it.
I did mention hemlock poison.
All right.
Level up. But I feel like if we lose, I blame this on this moment. Because I would have been a level 3 wizard and a level 4 thief.
Ooh.
Everything.
It does.
And I'd have like more than 7 HP.
Yeah, but you really should level up in between sessions, because when you hit level 3 wizard, you get a couple of level 2 spells, and that would require you scrolling through spells, learning them. You know, it'd just be awkward to do that now.
Yeah.
So, you guys have set your trap. Your 3 companions, Zelendil, Rolnat, and Galdria, are with you. You've got this hole dug out. You've got this chain around it. The other side's attached to a tree. You've got a sheep. You've got a couple of sheep, actually, but there's one of them sitting next to it. And Zelendil, the leader of the Spears of Weston, that's just the name of the group name for those 3 people, looks about and goes, "Okay, so attract wyvern, poison sheep, put sheep in hole, yank chain, right?"
Yeah, as though it were a lasso of sorts.
Right.
But can it be like we don't have to yank the chain manually? Like I guess like a mouse trap or like
No, you could have, but someone failed their set snares trap, and so you skill check, so you have to do it by hand now. It's all right. Next time you'll get it. Maybe not with your rules.
Neil, Bible thumb.
Did we establish who the chain yanker is?
Who wants to yank the chain?
It's Jess's character, isn't it?
I was actually going to have Algrund come down with a mysterious illness and just have to skip everything because she's not here, and I don't feel comfortable killing Algrund off right now.
I thought that Algren was going to be like an NPC in the fight.
Okay, he can be an NPC, but that means Algrund could die.
It's a risk we'll have to take.
All right, Algrund is in the fight. Algrund will be the chain yanker and then hop in with his battle axe.
But should be healing from afar very conservatively.
You gotta touch someone to heal him.
But like we do agree on Algren's usual behavior is not very fighty. Like I've been kind of disappointed in the fact that Algren was not fighting, to be honest. So he's more of a chill back kind of person who kind of does a heal whenever and then stands back again.
He's a lazy dwarf.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't like to get too deep in there. Anyway,
he's
so here we
basically
are.
a healing station.
But then again, like a healer, you don't want him to die, so it's fine that it stays back. Every time I got healed, I remembered why I should not be upset about the non-fighting.
All right. So here we go. The trap is basically set. You're not going to poison the sheep until you see the wyvern coming. Otherwise, the poison will drip off. And what if it takes a couple of days to attract a wyvern?
And Neil, what's the most important stat for the chain puller? Like,
strength.
Would I be a good strength?
What's your strength?
I'm like 13, so I'm not that strong. I'm just really heavy. I thought that might help.
Not Bruno.
I'm also 13, but I have 7 HP.
And I was thinking we should ask the swords of
The Spears of Weston.
Yeah, the Spears of Weston. We should ask them how strong they are.
Galdria and Algrund both have 14 strength, so they will pull the chain together.
Okay, and the rest of us should lie in wait to chop off the nasty bits of the.
And just what are the nasty bits? Just to confirm,
we want the tail cut off. But when it's safe, not just running in like, man, I'm going to cut off the tail and getting stabbed by it.
Tail's got that big scorpion stinger that can just make your life miserable.
Shouldn't we try to plan, like... So let's say, I'm really theory crafting here, but we might need to craft another trap on top of the trap.
Traps on traps.
Alright, let's say there's a tree next to the hole. I'm sure we can find a steady tree next to the hole, right?
Yeah, that's what the chain is attached to.
Oh, okay. But, like, isn't there a way that we could have, like, a freaking, like... You know how they killed people in medieval times? Like, the shling, it just drops off and, like, cling.
The guillotine.
Guillotine.
Introduced during the French Revolution.
That's a French word.
Yeah, but I was trying to find it in English and it didn't come out.
Because the English word is the French word.
Yeah. French people issues. So, like, how about we try to position it like a really big blade that we could just, like, pull a string and cling,
well, the issue for that is that you need the supports on the side for the blade not to go wibbly wobbly. You need it to come down in an exactly straight line, which is why the guillotine has that frame that goes up the sides. It's
Yeah,
that it
there's
doesn't.
Maribel shows Albert her halberd and says, "This shall be your guillotine."
I was trying to find a safer way, but
It's okay. The beast will be restrained.
Okay.
By the looks of the setup, Neil, do I feel like there's gonna be a front and a back position to the dragon?
Yes, but you don't know what it will be until the wyvern comes down. You know, it could land facing this way, or it could land facing that way, or this way, or this way.
But I mean, maybe we can create a mandatory position by like building a wall or something, or putting a bush there.
Maribel says to Albert, "Look, we have a chain to snag it. We have poison on the bait, and we have weapons. We
I
have
want
quite
a
enough.
back attack. What can I say?
Then go hide in the bushes until you feel that the
I
back
will
attack is
hide in
safe."
the bushes. That sounds like a great idea. I love it.
Let's take a look at the map real quick. Like, the plan is centered right here, right around the V on Snowmelt River on this little mappy thingy. That's where you guys are waiting. And the wyvern lives up in Ice Cap. So you're as close to the wyvern's house as you can get. Now it's just a matter of waiting. Waiting for the wyvern to show up. And trying to attract it to you. So,
Maribel sits like warrior readiness,
mhm.
with her halberd across her lap. But she's kind of like lightly dozing, like warrior dozing, at the ready, but totally chilled out.
But like, did we have a night to sleep? Then?
Not yet, but your trap is set up today. Yeah,
Oh,
minus the
but I
sheep, so
mean-
you can sleep now, basically.
Because we should sleep. Like, we should have Algren with all of his spells, Bruno as well, me too, and I have 1 HP off. And like, it's 1/7 of my HP, so I feel like it's reasonable taking that 1 HP more.
Well, does Algren have any spells available left? Do you remember?
You guys are gonna have to sleep today, so he probably has a few spells remaining.
Yeah.
Jen, Algren casts a Cure Light Wounds on you for 8. Does anyone else need any HP?
Yeah, I'll take Cure Light.
Right, Algren casts another Cure Light. Whoops, not a D58, but a D8. You get 1, and then he's got a Cure Moderate on him, unless anyone else needs a Cure Moderate.
I have 28 out of 42, so
Okay, Algren throws a Cure Moderate on you for 10.
cool.
Soft blue light from his hands covers your arms and fills you with HP.
That feels very nice. Thank you.
Right.
Should feel very nice for me.
Algren rolls his eyes and uses his sarcastic voice and says, "Fine, I'll give you another," and drops. He gets 2 Cure Moderates a day, so he drops 10 on you as well.
Oh, thank you,
Oh.
Algren. That one felt much better.
Now I'm out.
I just
Sense.
remembered my last idea that I totally forgot. I still want to throw it out there because I think that a wyvern has not too many planning to do, but like explosives. No, for real. Oh, but the tail.
Maribel sighs as Albert starts talking again. It kind of sounds like, "Meh."
Yes, these bookish people, they're... What a bore.
Fire and oil.
Albert, we want to get the tail intact. Explosions and fire will completely negate the purpose of this capture.
If you put the oil on the sheep in the hole, it will taste less good.
All right, forget about all this. But as a safety measure, if everything goes to hell, it would have been pretty good.
Somehow our cams got all switched
Yeah, I
around.
saw that.
That was my fault. I accidentally hit my cam button. I'm sorry.
All right. Real quick. Trump and Jen, turn off your cams and then turn them back on in that order. Huzzah!
Oh, okay.
Look
Sweet.
at that. That's beautiful. Well done, team. All right. So now it's a matter of waiting. Everyone retires back to Pine Spur for the evening to rest up before the big battle.
But we retire far away from the trap, like the trap isn't set.
The hole is dug, the chain is put around it, and what's his name? Zelendil just starts heading back to Pinespur, saying, let's go to sleep in Pinespur and come back tomorrow morning.
Right, obviously we take the sheep out of the trap.
Yes. But of course, he's an NPC. He's subject to your whims.
We do need to sleep, and it would be quite a travesty if the wyvern did arrive when we were not here. So certainly we should bring it back in the morning.
I checked with the sage before we head off.
What would you like to check with the sage?
Do you have the information? On whether or not they've done their research on whether wyverns can be poisoned.
Yes. I've been scouring my books looking for something like that. Unfortunately, I haven't had enough time. You see, these tomes are quite large, and there are many of them. I do apologize. I'll keep looking. Come back tomorrow night.
I thank you. Will do.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do tonight?
I don't know if I want to give one last theory of ID. That's insane. Okay, I'm just gonna throw it out there. Last one, I promise.
Just roll. Have Albert say it to us.
Yeah, that's what what he's saying. He's like, I know I keep coming up with ideas, but I just have to brainstorm everything that's possible in my mind here. I've been looking through my spell book. I have Featherfall as a spell. I was thinking about taking it in case, like, the dragon pulls me up, I cast Featherfall, and then I fall down and don't die. But what about I cast it on you, Maribel? You go into a really high up area, and then you straight up drop onto the back of the dragon. It won't be able to attack you, I feel. And you can get really good angle on him.
How would falling keep it from attacking me?
I mean, you'd be on his back, like right below his neck.
Would you like to get on my back and see if I can attack you?
I feel you'd have issues, to be honest, if I stood on top of your neck and you had tiny arms.
Do wyverns have tiny arms?
They don't even have arms. Their arms are the front side of their wings, which come off of them. And they have little tiny claws at the end of those. Maybe, I'm not entirely sure. They're pretty much bipeds.
So it's like riding a Tyrannosaurus Rex. What can
That was adorable.
That was really cute.
What can it do?
Think of them like a bird. Their arms are their wings.
Albert, that sounds like a great plan. Let's reconvene on that plan when you learn how to cast Fly as opposed to Featherfall.
I agree. I do not wish to ride the wyvern. Good night.
Good night.
Excellent. You guys
sleep
settled.
on it.
Everyone settles down for the night. And in the next morning, you all gather and head out to your trap, eagerly waiting for the wyvern. The first few hours are... The tension's palpable. Everyone's on guard, ready. And then there's a cry, a shriek in the air. And you see flying well above you, the wyvern, leaving Icecap. What's his name? Zell. Zell kicks the sheep, Zelendil. Kicks the sheep once or twice to get it to start bleeding. But the wyvern pays no attention and cruises off towards the plains.
What?
Yeah. The first day you spend waiting, you keep hoping that wyvern comes back, but some hours later you see it flying back towards the mountain with what seems to be a horse or something in one claw and a person in the other.
We need a horse.
And the first day is, I don't want to say wasted, but is spent in waiting. The wyvern does not find the trap today. Now, head back to Pinespur, go to sleep again. The second day, you're out there
I
waiting.
asked the sage. I visit the sage.
Right, the sage. She says, I have scoured all my books and there's nothing on it regarding wyverns and poison. You're probably the first of anyone in the world to try and poison a wyvern. I would be most interested in your detailed report. I'm sure I could write an essay on it and maybe get it published in the latest edition of Wizards Weekly.
Excellent. When we
Or maybe Dragon Magazine. Ooh, she says, scratching her chin.
poison the dragon, I'll expect a flagon of beer when we celebrate.
All right.
Thank you, mate.
So, second day of waiting for the trap to be set, or waiting for the trap to be sprung.
Oh,
we have more sheep, also, right?
Yes, I think you have 4 sheep total.
yeah, if the problem's attracting the attention, we should probably build a fire and cook a sheep.
Oh,
You think that wyverns like cooked meat?
fresh meat?
Well, no, but they'll be attracted by the smoke and the smell. That's how you...
I don't think dragons and wyverns dig smoke. Like, I'd go away from that if I was a wyvern.
No, go towards it.
How do you know this?
Because they've been attacking people. And people are next to smoke all the time. When they build fires.
Maribel thinks this is solid logic and accepts it.
In addition, I could use some lamb about now.
All right, you guys set up a fire and wait.
I hide in a bush.
You're hiding in a bush. All right. So, that second day, fire going, some lamb on the side. The other sheep watching you guys, kill, drain, and cook a lamb in front of them, seem a little perturbed and maybe a little bit nervous about what their fate is going to be.
I don't think we bring all the other sheep because we don't want the wyvern to be distracted by the other sheep. We just have them.
Good call. Yeah. Good call. All right, but that second day, again, you see the wyvern cruising around, but it doesn't fall prey to your trap. It seems to ignore you. Maybe it doesn't hear you. Maybe it just has another plan in mind. Whatever the situation is, that second day of waiting, still no wyvern.
Albert, know you any spells to attract extraordinary beasts?
I enjoy a lot of lamb.
This trap is not working, and I fear that we do not have good enough bait.
I could make a pool of sheep's blood, but I don't think that's very attractive.
It certainly sounds attractive to me if I were a wyvern.
A pool of sheep's blood?
How would you make a pool of sheep's blood, Albert?
She'd have to drink some.
I would drink a little bit of sheep's blood and then produce a ton of sheep's blood. I first thought of human blood, but then I thought that was kind of gross. Then again, I'm not a human, so I guess I don't care as long as it's not.
I offer my own hand.
I feel like your blood would be really appreciated, to be honest.
I feel as though my blood may smell attractive to a wyvern. Here, I prick my hand and I give her a drop of blood.
I will drink the blood and cast metamorphose liquids and create a...
What does Albert look like when he does it, though? Because I was like, here's some of my blood, and then you have it in your hand. What do you do?
Oh, I think the best way to do it to be ultra creepy, since my character has no charisma, is to take your cut and straight up drink it from the source while looking into your eyes.
that makes Maribel very uneasy, so she kind of like cringes away like this. But she allows it.
Well, I turn like water into blood.
Okay. You create, what level are you? What wizard level? 2?
2.
You create 2 cubic feet of half minotaur blood. That's a lot of blood. That is a lot of blood.
We should probably yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is just about the weirdest thing I've seen, but never worried. Tomorrow, old Bruno has a great plan.
Rolnat, one of the guys with you, just kind of shivers as he sees this, and kind of... You notice he doesn't ever look at Albert again. And if you guys are ever walking in a group, he's always on the exact opposite side of Albert, and strategically keeps positioning himself as far away as possible.
From now on, if I ever catch a glimpse of his eyes looking at me, I'm gonna lick my lips and look at him straight.
Maribel is really intrigued by Albert. What do you put the blood in?
I'm sure we can have like it can be any random container. It can even be like
It's just like in a barrel sitting nearby.
yeah, like I felt like it didn't really matter.
I thought you were just gonna splash it directly into the hole.
I mean, it can be directly into the hole. Yeah.
So Maribel is just like really intrigued by this and kind of
As
like,
long as it doesn't like dilute the poison, I would put it into the hole.
well, we haven't put the poison on yet.
Yeah.
So Maribel's just really intrigued by this, and she kind of studies, like she's weirded out by how much of her blood is out there, and she kind of like, she searches it as though she's looking for some answers, but you don't really know why. She just kind of sits there and studies it and kind of like maybe puts some on her fingers like this.
And I'm like, Maribel, if you have any questions about this, I can teach you. I've seen that you can come up with really great ideas, and I feel inspired by your mind lately.
Why, thank you. I appreciate that vote of confidence.
For anyone that's wondering, 2 cubic feet of blood is equivalent to 56 liters, or what is that? 15 gallons. So
That's a lot of blood.
2
It's a
cubic
lot.
feet?
2 cubic feet. Yeah.
Isn't that just a foot cubed like
A
this?
foot by foot by foot. It's 2 feet by 1 foot by 1 foot. Yeah, it's a lot of blood.
How many gallons did you say?
15 gallons or 56 liters.
Are you sure?
I am sure. Yes.
Because isn't like a gallon jug of milk seems like it's almost a square foot.
No way. Definitely not.
That's weird.
Yeah.
So, like, let's put an item to it. Like, is it like it's not a pool. A small pool?
It's a large pool. Well, I mean, it's 2 cubic feet. You know, it's surprisingly a lot of blood.
2 cubic.
Is it like a big ass aquarium?
Cubic feet to US gallons.
How many blood is there in a person?
This says 2
5
feet.
liters.
2 cubic
How
feet
many
equals
liters?
14 gallons.
14.9 gallons.
That's still so much. What? How?
Yeah. Cubic
I am-
feet.
Power of squares.
Oh, mind
Train,
blown.
I make it rain. I could literally make it rain.
So Ninja Rock 92 in chat says that an average healthy human has 5 liters of blood, so that's about 11 people's worth of blood.
Yes. Your average person, very, very roughly average person, is 66 liters total. Like, if you could convert a person into liquid, and, you know, our volume is about 66 liters.
So if you spread a person all over the place.
Yeah. So she created almost enough blood to create a full person. She basically made a mini person out of blood. And
Gross.
splashed it all over the ground. Yeah.
Okay.
All
So
right.
now it's like all around the lip of the hole, and there's some in the bottom of the hole, and
All
there's
over
like
the
some
sides.
trailing off from the hole.
hmm
Okay.
So that evening, as you're waiting, kind of giving up hope that the wyvern might show up, you see it.
I'm very hopeful.
You see it flying by, and it kind of starts to swerve. It's got 2 things in its claws. You know, it looks like maybe 2 goats, a goat in each claw. Hard to tell. It's way off there. And all of a sudden, it takes a sharp veer and starts to circle around the area that you guys
The
are in.
poison! Quickly! The poison! I dump
I-
the poison on the sheep, and I throw the sheep in the hole.
I hide in. I stay hidden in the bush.
Okay. The wyvern begins to circle and gets lower and gets lower. Zelendil kind of bolsters himself up, pulls his longsword out, looks around, and goes, "Okay, this is going to be it, guys. You ready?"
I go over toward Algrund, where Algrund is waiting with the chain.
Mm-hmm.
I just get my halberd ready.
All right. And the wyvern descends. It drops the 2 goats. One of them is already dead. The other one bleats all the way down until it crashes into the trees,
Ugh.
dying horribly. And the wyvern swoops down and lands right beside the pit that has the sheep kicked in. It pokes its head around. Everyone's hidden back behind trees and bushes, and gives a loud screech.
I'm like, wait. I'm just like holding my hands like, wait, until he puts his head in the hole.
The wyvern lowers its head, places it in the hole, reaching for the sheep,
No!
All right. Algrind, make me a strength check. Okay. Where is our roller? Okay. Algrind goes to make a strength check. Ooh, 25. He grabs the chain, yanks it tight, and the chain wraps around the wyvern's neck. The wyvern snaps its head out and starts writhing around, but its neck is held fast by the post, by the tree that's wrapped around.
So it's secured to the tree now, right? Like, I don't need to help her tie it or anything?
No. All that's prepared in advance. It is secured to the tree. But what you do need to do is roll initiative, because the wyvern is pissed. Its stinger rises up. It gives out a mighty shriek as...
Is its head stuck in the ground?
Not quite stuck in the ground. It's stuck low to the ground, but not all the way in.
And it didn't take any bites of the sheep, huh?
It might have. You couldn't tell exactly what it did, but as soon as that chain yanked around its neck, it let go of the sheep, or hadn't bit the sheep yet. Considering there are so many of us, let's just do group initiative. Otherwise, I gotta track 5 people, and I really don't want to track 5 people.
Well, I rolled with a +6 because that's how long my halberd takes. So
I'll just roll group initiative.
Yeah, let's just have one person roll a d10 for your group. I'll roll for the wyvern and for your assistant party.
Okay. Boo. Boo.
Ooh, not
Nice
very
roll.
good. Alright, you guys go last. Your friends, the Spears of Weston, go first. Zelendil, Ralnat, and Galdria run forward. The latter 2 with spears, the first one with a sword. And they stab and skewer at the wyvern. The spearmen miss. Zelendil, with his long sword, gives a mighty hack near the wyvern's neck, but the wyvern pulls back, and he clatters his blade against the chain. Wyvern takes a bite towards one of them, and just barely misses. Its teeth catching on the chainmail, the bronze chainmail, but ripping free. Its stinger comes overhead, straight for Ralnat, and stabs him. Oh my god. For 6 points of damage. Ralnat is wounded and must make a saving throw versus death, which he does not pass. Ralnat, after getting stabbed, takes a step back, kind of wipes sweat from his brow, and then starts to twitch and spasm and drops to the ground, foaming at the mouth.
Bye-bye.
Party's turn.
Well, that's one less that dude to play. Thanks, Albert.
Oh,
I wait. I'm like, don't go near it until it tires itself out a little bit.
I cast Enlarge on Maribel.
Why, thank you.
Maribel, you grow by 50%. You are just shy of 10 feet tall right now.
Did it eat the sheep, by the way? The poison sheep?
Now that I'm
can't
10
see.
feet tall, can I see in the hole?
Yes, you can see in the hole. You see the sheep is dead and kind of soaked in blood, but is still in the hole.
And it doesn't look like there's a chunk of it missing.
No. It looks like it had it in its mouth and then dropped it.
Is there any poison still left?
It's soaked in poison.
No, I mean, like we had a vat of poison and we put some on the sheep. Did we have any left? I don't remember how much we had.
I think you guys just had enough to soak a single sheep.
Okay. Without going within melee range of the wyvern, I throw a javelin at it.
Nice.
So that's a d20 plus... just checking because I don't normally use my javelin. Or spear, sorry, not javelin, spear. +3. Come on, big money. 14?
14. Oh, so close, but not quite. The javelin sticks in the wyvern and just drops out on the side.
Boo.
Albert,
Alright.
Bruno.
Where do I stand compared to the dragon? Am I behind it?
You are on its left flank.
So I'd like to position myself to his back.
Alright, so you're going to have to run out into the open field behind the wyvern, which you can do. But just so you know, backstab does not work on wyverns. It needs to be a humanoid creature.
Never mind then.
Okay.
I don't care. I will proceed to peek out of the bush, throw an arrow, and then crouch back into the bush.
Sure. Give me a roll to hit. +1 for flank.
Let me confirm. I'm pretty sure it's +5 with the flank. Yes. 13.
Ooh, your arrow hits the side and falls off. Bruno.
I cast the enlarge this turn.
Oh, that's right. And Algrind shifts uneasily, hacks
Oh wait,
in hand.
Neil, would that have affected my roll to hit, or would it only
No,
affect damage?
only affects your damage.
Oh, okay.
Albert, you get a second attack at the end of the round. You're muted.
So it's now
Yes.
15.
No.
Aw.
Sticks in and falls back out.
I duck back down.
Okay. Initiative. The enraged. Well, actually, let me let you guys roll initiative first.
Want me to do it?
Sure.
Doing it. Okay.
The enraged wyvern yanks and pulls on the chain, attempting to either break it or rip it off of the tree, or break the tree or something.
No.
He strains against the chain. She strains against the chain. But
Don't
the
leave us,
straining,
wyvern.
it seems to have no effect whatsoever. The chain tautens, but nothing on it bends, buckles, or breaks, and the oak tree it's wrapped around is far too strong to be ripped out by a single wyvern, despite its 35-foot length. It shrieks in horror. Party goes next.
Neil, if I were to try and like chop the tail off, that would be a called shot, so it'd be extra difficult, right?
Probably, but considering it's such a big creature, like 35 feet long, I could say if you just stand next to the tail, that would be the only thing you're attacking. I would say with a wyvern against a tail, you don't need a called shot. That's just a normal attack.
And do I have I'm figuring that I have a sense looking at the wyvern of whether like the heft of my battle axe or halberd would be enough to like sever the tail. Do I feel like I'd have to take a couple whacks at it, or do you think I could just chop it?
If you got it at its base, it would probably take a couple of swipes. If you got it at the very near the end, you could probably get it in one, but the problem is that end is waving around and flapping, and it's, way hard to hit. The base is more or less stationary. That would probably take a couple of good hits. Maybe a nice critical could go through it.
Okay. And I couldn't run up, smash, and then retreat in the same turn. I could?
Yeah, as long as you're not moving more than 60 yards total.
Okay, so I don't think I would. So I want to do that. I want to like really quickly run up and take a big hack at the base
So
of
you're straight up running. You're not running up on the wyvern, right?
No. So like let me see can I draw and roll 20?
Sure.
Can you give me a blank?
How tall is the wyvern, by the way, Neil? Basically, like height-wise.
Well, right now it's chained to the ground, so it's long. It can't fully stand up. But from head to rump, from head to like where its butt would be, is about 35 feet.
But
Can you give me a blank layer on roll 20 real quick?
Yeah.
from
Cool.
like
Ooh,
feet
that's not blank.
to like vertical height right now tied down? How tall would it be? Do you have any idea?
Let's see. Its legs would be the tallest point of it, and that would be about 10 feet high.
So like enlarged Maribel.
Yeah, a large maribel could. I mean, you could just step onto its neck. You could straddle its neck. You could climb on top of it. Any one of those could be done without issue.
I was just wondering if Maribel has like a vantage point so much so that she gets like more. It's like high ground advantage almost.
I see what you mean. No high ground advantage against a wyvern. Ooh, it's not a bad doodle.
Thanks.
Sexy.
This is the hole.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like some blood. Yeah. And then there's a bloody sheep in there. He's like, oh no, I'm a sheep and I'm fluffy.
I love it.
And then he's got like little black face and little black ears and little black feet.
The sheep is in blackface? My God.
The sheeps have black faces, Neil. But then he's like, ew, I'm all bloody. Okay. So, and then we're in the, like, oh, why is this happening? Okay. That's not the right color at all. Oh gosh. Anyway, so like if I'm here in the bushes or whatever, I guess I'm a little further away, but I run up and I try to hit the wyvern like here, because that part's stationary-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to run back. Do you want me to draw the trees? Do you want the trees?
No, we're good. I get you.
Okay.
I get you.
So I'm doing that with my halberd. So.
All right, give me that roll to hit as you run up to the wyvern.
D20 plus 4. Big money.
Oh, just shy. You guys, you hack at the wyvern, and your halberd scrapes against its tough, leathery hide.
And then I run away like a wuss.
You had just +1 advantage from this?
I had +4.
Yeah, that's 3 from level, 1 from specialization. You should actually get a +2 for back attack because you're behind it, which brings that to a 15, which is still just a miss, but that's okay.
Wait, so there's the back attack and there's no bonus for like...
For it being restrained?
I've dropped its armor class for it being restrained. Yeah.
Okay, I tried.
I tried everything too.
It's alright.
I moo in consternation.
No one ever said hunting a wyvern would be easy. Albert, Bruno.
Is it possible to shoot it in the back?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. Well, not the best shot, but I'll give it a shot.
You get +2 bonus for back attack.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no.
My turn.
Yes. Oh, off by 1, Jen. Okay, the other two go. Zelendil and Galdria. They move around instead of attacking where the neck is, because clearly the wyvern can still reach out and grab it. They move over to where Maribel was standing and make their attacks. Ooh, miss with the spear, miss with the sword, and everyone gets their second attacks. Maribel, you get a second attack this round.
Can I do the same run up and...
Yeah, because you can cover a total of 60 yards, so you can run in and run it back out again.
All right, I do the same exact thing.
Hit, Bruno.
Oh.
Miss Maribel.
I have hit nothing tonight in both D&D games.
Oh.
All right, I proudly shoot the first volley at the at the wyvern and draw first blood.
Nice. 4 damage. Did we get a second attack from Albert?
No. Yeah.
Hit. Roll
Is
for
it
damage.
the first hit ever on him?
No, Bruno just hit him.
Oh crap! Sorry. I'm looking at all my spells so I don't get distracted. And we have no bonuses for it being a large creature and shit, right?
Nope. All right, you hit it for 2.
Albert, are you usually only a +3?
What?
When you're attacking.
No, I'm doing flank attacks right now.
Yeah, that's +2, right?
1 for flank. Yeah.
Oh, 1. Okay.
Zelendil comes up with his long sword and hacks into the side of the wyvern for... Ooh. Is that 12 points of damage there? Zelendil.
Oh, you.
Oh, it is. He wrecks into it for 12 points of damage. Blood splatters on the ground as the wyvern shrieks again in rage. Galdria does nothing. Or misses. And Algrund, standing in the back, kind of just waiting and waiting, gets a little antsy and moves forward to attack it with his axe. Which he does. He hits the wyvern for 1 measly point of damage,
Oh.
minorly scraping the wyvern. Really
This
just
is
kind of...
Algrind, you said?
Algrind, yeah.
Algrind was not supposed to go into battle.
He wasn't supposed to, but he's getting antsy.
I yell, Algrind! Get back where you can be most useful.
He yells back, "No one's getting wounded!" Give me an initiative
That never
roll.
stopped you before, Algrind.
Yeah. This is completely uncharacteristic behavior.
Algren returns to his corner and pulls out some ale that he's got stuffed
Kill
away
yourself, dummy.
Give me those initiative rolls.
It's just 1, right?
Yeah.
I did it last time.
Alright, go for it, Jen.
Nice.
Nice.
Party goes.
You're official roller from now on.
I'm gonna arrow first because I just did this.
Okay.
And I fuck it up.
I keep doing the same exact. I'm just like, just whack-a-moling. I'm just like in and out. Just trying to get that hack on the tail. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god,
Crying
Maribel.
out loud.
Bruno.
I'm this giant beast. I'm like, Mom.
Alright.
Wait, do you not get 2 attacks this round?
She got 2 last round.
Ah.
I probably sidestep away from behind the tree and raise my body very large as I cast Spook.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Let's see. The creature has a saving throw penalty of -1 for every 2 experience levels. That's -2.
Okay. The wyvern looks at you and snorts from its nostrils and actually snaps at you with its head. Arr. It seems like
then go back to behind the tree.
the wyvern goes. It starts walking towards the tree that Algren's at. It seems to have figured out chain tree. What if I just get closer to the tree? And it goes after Algrind, who retreated back to the tree at Maribel's orders.
I just said to get out of the way. I didn't say go to the tree where the wyvern is attached to.
Where he was, you guys asked him to pull the chain earlier.
Yeah, but
The
now
wyvern-
it's tied off, you said, so...
The wyvern goes to bite Algrind and snaps into him.
Of course.
Do we have Algrind's HP anywhere?
Nope.
All right, well,
Well,
let's
it's 59.
59 HP. Oh my
Yep.
god.
Yep. That's what I heard.
Actually, Algrind doesn't wear armor, so not only does the wyvern bite Algrind, the wyvern criticals Algrind. I think Algrind's dead. I think he's probably dead.
Remember when we were like, Neil, Algren should stay out of the way.
Out of the way, near a tree. There's no such thing as out of the way in a wyvern fight.
Yeah, there is. When the wyvern is tied up, there's quite literally a diameter of out of the way in this situation, Neil. There is no DMing yourself out of this. There literally is a circle of where it would be out of the way.
Algren takes 18 points of damage. That is not that much for a wyvern bite. And passes his saving throw versus death. I don't think he has 18 HP.
I'm sorry, Jess. We tried to keep your memory alive.
Algrind goes down. He's at negative HP. He's not dead. He's just down and unconscious. The wyvern kind of tosses his body to the side,
Out of the
crouches
diameter.
low,
Exactly in range for me to heal him, correct?
crouches low near the tree and brings his tail up. What are those names? Galdria and Zelendil rush in, yelling, "Come on! It's wounded! Get it now!" And as Zelendil rushes in, the wyvern's tail comes down and stabs him. Zelendil takes 5 points of damage and must make a saving throw versus death. Which he... Oh my god, I think he passes it. Which he passes. He gets stung by the wyvern, kind of gets a little bit twitchy, but moves in anyway, and makes a slash with his sword, which misses. His assistant runs in as well with her spear, but to no avail. And we roll initiative for the next round.
Alright, I got it. Let's see.
You do this. You do it. Nice, not so bad.
Party goes first.
That's so typical of Algrind. I mentioned as I mentally look down and kind of make sure I'm outside of the chained radius, and then I start taking shots at it again.
I snort and moo and run in yet again for my little whack-a-mole tactic.
Miss Bruno. Maribel.
This
Hit!
time!
Fantastic. Yeah, you couldn't get a back attack on it, but you do get a normal hit. Give me a damage. Large damage, the second number. Next to your halberd.
My halberd is 2d6, but then we're going to do the math for because I'm large.
Right, so do the 2d6 and add, I think it's like 2d6 plus 2 for your specialization.
Oh yeah, it should have been 2, so that should be 9.
9 times 1.5?
So 4.5.
1.4.
Oh, you're only 4th level?
Yeah.
Okay. 9 times 1.4 is 12 damage. Nice. You scrape.
Wait, shouldn't it be because I was 50% larger, so wouldn't it?
40% larger.
Yeah, my bad. I messed up on that math. You hack deeply into the wyvern near its chest. It drops to the ground.
No, I was aiming for the tail.
Oh, you hack deeply into its tail, cutting about halfway in. The wyvern twitches as the tail kind of flops, still intact, but not entirely useful.
Yeah.
It is clearly very badly damaged. Albert.
Yes. I will do the traditional fail.
Fantastic.
And I think I have a second shot. Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
Everyone gets second attacks this round.
Followed by the success.
Ooh. Albert, that is a single crit.
What?
Give me that damage roll. Bruno, you miss.
Oh!
Max damage on the hit. You shoot the wyvern right in the throat. It gags, it gargles, it wavers on its feet, but it does not fall.
Oh.
Maribel swings
tough
and
little wyvern.
misses.
Albert is disappointed. He thought he was Superman.
I look really dumb, by the way. Maribel's like somehow her overgrown limbs are like throwing off her warrior prowess, and she's like not sure how to use her arms anymore. So
It's okay, I shout encouragement. Safety first. Make sure you get out of the range.
Okay.
yeah, I'm still doing my in and out darting thing. To be clear.
To be clear, the wyvern takes a bite. Ooh. And rips into, what's her name? I can't ever remember her name. Galdria. Rips into her with his big
Galadriel.
teeth. Yeah. Actually, I think that is a critical bite on her as well. Oh,
Oh no!
oh no,
All the
indeed.
people we owe money to.
Oh no!
Oh,
Those are evil.
unfortunate.
It rips her to shreds. Literally, like, bites her head off and half of her torso off, and just the body falls to the side. The stinger comes up and comes back down on Zelendil, piercing him once more for 1 point of damage. Its poison works his way through his body, and Zelendil starts to spasm and then foam at the mouth, and then he collapses in a mess of twitching limbs.
So all of our allies
Are
that
dead.
we took on died?
Yes.
Oh, that's so lovely because I planned, yeah. Albert is very happy. He will not have to do a dirty deed today.
Initiative round.
I'll do it. She said, knowing it would not go well.
The wyvern goes first. It kind of turns itself to face Maribel. Gets its stinger up. It's kind of limp. It doesn't hang as well as it used to. It seems to kind of waver. The wyvern's clearly badly injured, and it watches Maribel from its crouched position.
Oh, it's at the ready. I see.
Party's turn.
Well, considering that it's watching me, I guess I throw a spear at it. Because I don't risk running in and letting it have an attack of opportunity on me. So I think that's plus 3. Got. Yeah.
Your spear gets caught in the branches of the tree. You're not used to being 10 feet tall.
No.
What
Albert,
a great
Bruno,
plan this is. As
like
I
to
step
fire.
out from cover again and shoot off an arrow.
I
You
shoot
can
at the
just do
same
this all
time.
day.
do it, Albert.
And we fail at the same time.
It's beautiful. Second
is.
shots and
Oh!
Oh, do you get second shots every round?
with bows every round.
Okay.
I
High
don't get one.
damage.
Albert, Dark Albert, you critical the wyvern once more.
Hmm.
For Algrim!
Your second arrow, nice. Your second arrow pierces it through the base of its jaw, and it wyverns around and then collapses to the ground in a heavy pump, sending
Shoot the
smoke
body.
and
Lands
dust
another
everywhere.
shot. Bruno's like, whoop!
Easy target.
Congrats on that 1 damage.
As soon as I see it fall unconscious, I run up and sever the rest of the tail.
Okay,
Choppy, choppy.
choppy, choppy. You manage to rip off the entire tail at its base. Now the whole tail is maybe 15 feet long, and you've severed it from the body. And you've got this big, long wyvern tail.
I also then decapitate it.
Okay. While Maribella's hacking through its neck and tail, Albert and Bruno, what do you do?
I consider if there is any valuable parts that I know of on a wyvern. Can I roll something?
Albert, quick! You need to administer first aid to
Oh,
Albert.
yes. So that is totally what I meant to do. You are totally
And
right.
I will administer first aid to these allies of ours as I kind of I
so,
pretend to do first aid, but I'm actually searching their bodies.
Fantastic.
so it's D20 plus int?
Yeah,
37.
perfect. You manage to tear apart Algren's clothes to make bandages and patch him up. You get the bleeding to stop. His pulse is there. It's not too faint, but it's a little on the weak side. Bruno,
37.
you start, rummaging through these guys' pockets, and you find Zelendil was carrying 4 gems. They look like some sort of red gem. You're not exactly sure. And combined, they have 50 gold, 30 silver, and 45 copper.
Oh, fantastic. Could you say that one more time? I was not ready.
50 gold, 34 silver, 40 copper. Those might be
Okay.
different numbers, but those are the real numbers now.
Got it. Thank you.
Actually, as I patch up Algren, I'd like to also loot his body from his money.
You find an unknown amount of money on Algrind. I'll get his character sheet from him,
Okay.
and we'll give it to you.
I don't think he had much, but
Yeah.
I am entertained by doing.
We'll find his character sheet and rob him blind.
Okay.
All right. Now it's just the 3 of you standing around with unconscious Algrund and 3 corpses, plus a wyvern.
I look up at Bruno and I'm like, did you patch them up? Cause
Oh no, these 3 were too far gone. Oh.
Perfect. That sounds lovely. I feel like this is the optimal situation for us here.
What a shame.
What a shame.
But good
really.
news, while I was trying to patch them up, I found that their leader had some money on him.
That is also
The least that we can do, which is what they would have wanted us to do.
Put it to good use, yes.
Exactly.
By taking all the money. We should also probably sell back the chain and bring back the sheep that we still have.
Hmm.
Yes. I guess we can split the money up after properly.
Well, maybe
That
We probably
no.
need to bring back their bodies to prove that we didn't kill them and they got killed by the wyvern. They seem all foamy. That's good.
Well, we certainly owe them a proper burial for their
Yeah,
bravery.
let's seem like reasonable people.
Well, why don't we seem like reasonable people on the other side of our break? See you guys in a few minutes. Bye-bye.
bye-bye.